Hi guys, today is February 9th, 2017. Lately the Lord has been talking to me the last couple days about idols versus the real God. Um, Both of them are made up of matter. So as we breathe, matter comes out of us, and every living thing is made up of matter. Um, Matter is air, but it's also energy. And the difference between an idol and real God is the fact that only one can love and can breathe and can create and has life and can give life. So if I was to sit right next to a wood statue, that wood statue is made up of matter as well, but only I can give another person life through thoughts. By by saying what I mean, it's creating an idea in you. So life creates life, and an idea creates thinking, and words create ideas. So it's also with the Spirit. The Spirit of Christ creates life in us, new thinking and new ideas. And when I'm able to share with someone who receives, I'm bringing them life. And the spark, that spark of thought, creates life. He talks about title. Though title, like if I was to say doctor, the words of a doctor take on new meaning than just a regular person. Perhaps he's diagnosing you for an illness versus just a friend that says, hey, maybe you have a disease. The title is something he's bringing to light right now. The title places new respect on the words that are spoken. So my title, my name gives my words one meaning, but if I was given the name Truth or Christ, my words would take on a new form for those who believed I was Christ or who believed that I was the truth and what I spoke was the truth. They would believe me and then they would credit me that. So the new form is given through believing. So my words would take on a new form as you believed in what I was saying. So, do you believe what I say? Lately, I've been asking the Lord about this because I'm kind of like, Lord, why in the heck am I here? I feel like I'm not doing any good. I feel like my words are falling on deaf ears, and I feel like my words are not valued. So, I had a dream not too long ago about a friend's mom. And I haven't spoken to this friend for a while, but I know she's been questioning God about the death of her mom. And I happened to have a dream about her mom, and in the dream, she was reassuring me that everything was okay and that her house was built in the dream, this woman that had died. Her house had been, she had lived in this gigantic mansion, and her mansion was built because of all of the love she gave to other people. That's what built her mansion up. And in real life, the woman that had died was such a loving, caring individual. She was just such a bright light and a bright spirit, and she loved everyone. So I always felt loved by her, even meeting her only a few times. So, and I know I wasn't the only one. She came into contact with a lot of people. So my friend that I told her I had this dream about her mom, she didn't even call me back. And she didn't credit me with the fact that God was giving her a reply in a different form than what she was expecting. So I guess I'm asking you today, are you in tune with God's reply? I did a video the other day about the rapture and reality. And here was the answer to all these people's questions. Everybody's asking about the rapture, when it's going to take place, what it looks like, all of that. And, maybe 30 people had heard the video. One actually thanked me, which was rather encouraging. I have been struggling thinking nobody cares. Why am I needing to even make these videos? Except for it's teaching me to speak, and I think that's good because I've never been a very good speaker. Not very eloquent with my words, and I stumble over my words, which I'm sure you notice in my videos. But the rest of people that saw the video, did they value my words? Did they hear God's message? Did they instantly reject because it came in a different form than they expected? I recently read today about a rabbi who on Saturday was visited by Elijah, evidently. Allegedly, he had a vision in which Elijah said, 4 gates are closed, but one is open to the kingdom. And I thought to myself, so true this is. Our minds are so closed to God's reply. So what we're really asking for is for God to confirm what we already think will happen and how. And that's not the way God works, unless you have the truth already. So an example of this that God gave me was a closed-minded, hard-hearted person stuck in religion. And they were requesting from God, God, please show me the world is flat. God, please show me the world is flat, over and over in prayer. So God shows them a ball, and then an eyeball, and then the world from above, from like the universal. So it looks, like the world from above. To which the man replies in this vision, thanks God for showing me the world is flat. So I thought that was really funny because I was like, oh Lord, that's hilarious, because from man's perspective, it was. He was showing them a ball, and instead of like looking at it from all angles, they were just one-sided. Vision was one-sided. He couldn't see it 3-dimensionally or 2-dimensionally. It looked flat to him. So he was like, thanks for showing me it was flat. But really, it's round. It's not just one-dimensional. And I don't think humans can see from God's perspective until humans allow themselves to be wrong. Until you say there is a flaw in my doctrine, I don't think that there is, you can't see God's doctrine because you're stuck in your own. So to open yourselves up and to be open with your mind's eye and to look and believe and behold, the Son of God will appear. The rabbi that I spoke about earlier who saw Elijah, I was thinking, did he really see Elijah? Because for those who believe in Jesus, they may reject the rabbi's message. And perhaps they've forgotten the Spirit who was Elijah is also the same Spirit of Christ and the same Spirit of God. And the one who lives in you and me, that's the same Spirit. And before even Elijah, before you and before me was the Word, the same Spirit. It just took on a different title. Would we accept the rabbi's message more if he had said it was from God directly? Would his message have been believed? I personally believe what the rabbi said was real. And I believe it's true. Not because the rabbi said it, but because God has declared it to me too. In everything, in our everyday world, in my contact with people. I don't have to go clear across the United States to figure out that people aren't going to listen to my message. I just make a video and I see there, 20, 30 people have seen it. And, there's no one believes me, or maybe 1 or 2, or maybe it sparks some thought. I don't know. I also believe the gates of heaven are being closed, just like the rabbi said in his vision. Because people don't want to listen anymore. And everyone is so hard-hearted and fearful, and touch not, taste not, must be whiter and clean, and that's, I don't know. It reminds me of when Christ first came, when he came to the earth, and everyone was looking for a Messiah, a conquering king dressed in royal robes and sitting on a king's throne. And I believe Jesus did do this, but just not in the way the people had perceived in their minds. Yet there were a few who allowed themselves to see him, to hear him, and to be healed from him. To them, Christ was a conquering king, dressed in royal robes and sitting on a king's throne. Spiritually, he was all of those things and more. Just like you and I today, he sits on our throne. We are him, he is us. And we have the ability to heal another person if you just open your gate, your mind, your mouth. Open and hear and listen. God gave us gates, open doors in our minds and in our hearts. And if they're closed, then you're not going to see, and you certainly won't enter the kingdom of heaven, because the kingdom of heaven is within. I hope this video provides some clarity for someone out there. God bless, and I pray that you see clearly this day. Have a good day. Thanks for listening.